Hello, everyone. My name's Thomas, and I'm going to tell you my whole journey from how it is moving from the North America. I'm from Canada, and I moved to Italy, Milan. In this video, I'm going to explain all of the crucial things I've learned about being in a different country. I learned about the world, and especially what I learned about myself. And to be honest, in my life, this is one of the hardest challenges I've went through. I moved here out on my own, and I embraced a very big challenge for myself. But you know what? I think in life you should do everything, try everything. And for me, in my case, I didn't want to stay in my own country because I felt like I was in tunnel vision. Like I wasn't seeing the true the true reality of this world and how it works and how people are, and especially about myself. Like I said earlier, being isolated teaches you more than anything. In this video, I'm going to share all the things I've learned, from growth to the truth about the world and the truth about yourself when you're alone, isolated in a big country with only yourself to rely on. So, the first topic I'm going to go over is the truth and reality about moving out by yourself. When you're alone and you're not with your parents, you just have random people around you who don't know you, and you just realize, like, okay, I am the only one that can help myself in this situation. So, I gotta search for a way that I'm going to live my life. I gotta make new friends also. I struggled with this one. Making new friends is pretty hard because, like, it was the first two to 3 months I was here, and I felt like I just had no friends. Like, but when you build your own life, you'll lose something in that process because people move on. That's how it goes. They move on. They find different people to hang out with. They find their own kind to hang out with. They find people that go to the club, drink beer, smoke. That's all. And you will 100% lose those friends in the process of making your own pathway in life. It's very important to know that. The second aspect of this video is going to be what I learned about growth and what I do personally to grow, and what I developed in this country in Milan to grow myself and always want to grow, because myself, I want to grow. I want to grow always. I am always looking for something to, get up. I'm looking to get that 1% upgrade always, 1% upgrade always, until I get to my goal. And then I have more goals and more goals. It should never stop. For me, this is how I live. I never want to stop growing. And another thing I learned about growth is definitely try everything. If you are limiting yourself to little options, you're going to have little success. That's the truth. If you say no to everything, no, 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 I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. If you do that, it doesn't mean you are that. If you do that, that means you have more percent to success. For example, in my life in Milan, I took up various things that got me that 1% upgrade, but at the start, I just said, I don't want to be this in the future, but that's not the case. You just, you should always want to have new opportunities, new things to learn. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make you, focused on that. And that's one of the things I struggled with a lot. I thought if I do something, this means I am this forever. It's not that at all. Personally, I started to teach English in Italy, and personally, I never thought like I like this. I have bigger dreams. Everyone has bigger dreams, but they have to do the work that is in that plan because there's a plan out there for you already, but so you got to do all the stuff to get there first. And for me, that's English because I'm learning still. You know, I teach English. I'm trying to start an English freelancing business on the side because I've learned a lot about the English learning community. If you try everything, you'll eventually succeed. If you have a plan and you want to execute that, just start. Just start. I'm not a big procrastinator, but when I don't really like something and I have to do it, I will kind of procrastinate about it. For example, the my English, I wanna start this English freelance business in Italy, but I didn't like the aspect of teaching English, and I thought if I start this business, I'm gonna be doing this business my whole life, and either if that's true or not, I'll end up not liking it or liking it. There's no shame in just starting, and it's one of my biggest principles in my life is if I don't start something, I'm already losing the opportunity. Even if I don't see one, if I don't start it, I'm losing it. One of the biggest things I've learned about um, the things that happen in the world and the things what people say in the world is as brain fog. This is the another big rule I think of is if there's something that brings me down and I clearly know that I can overcome this and it's just it sounds like bullshit. If it sounds like bullshit, it's brain fog. Brain fog is something that is a distraction and it takes you off of your goal, but the thing is you have to be able to identify this brain fog and eliminate it right away. Another thing is that you should already know someone who has done your goal or thing that you want in life. So like if you want to be an investor, talk to an investor, get his personal tips, and maybe even help. If you take your own efforts plus the help from this guy, you will totally learn very great things and you will most likely succeed in that specific goal. Last topic is what I learned about the world. One really important thing that I learned about the world of business and also the people and the world is they don't care. People do not care what you say. You can talk as much as you want, but the thing that they care is of what you build, because what you build holds the story, and that story, the people follow this and they appreciate what you built from this story. But if you just say things and never take action into the that thing that you are saying and that you might build, no one will care. No one will care. You gotta if you have an idea, I wanna build a business. I wanna build a consulting agency office. I wanna do that. And I can say that for 5 years. I can say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I really wanna do that. I really, really do. But all that is just going down the drain. All that it's going down the drain. You really need to just take action and then the people will appreciate what you do. Again, my name's Thomas. I come from Canada, a small town named Carleton Place, and I came to Italy. And I hope you enjoyed everything I've shared with you today about what I learned and how I grow and how I plan on to continue to grow. And I hope that I inspired all of you watching to do the same as I did. Thanks for watching.